gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, gravity pulls you straight down. Clear sky. When you want to get off that darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, gravity pulls you straight down. Clear sky.
All right, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here to I guess my stream. Hi, my name is K-Tad. I'll be your caster for today as we go on and do this Valorant cast. We are going to be watching the Qoin Rising Stars, I believe is what it's called. Yes, it is. All right, cool. And this is the Valorant Qualifier number 1. So these are Australian players. We're playing out of Sydney right now, as we're going to go ahead and get right on started. As we are on to, I believe Ascent is going to be the map, so we'll take it out from there. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are already into agent select. As we are going through it now, they are picking their agents, picking characters, and it looks like we are ready to load into the match. So picking it out right out the gate as we are on to Ascent. We've got the heroes locked in, so it's looking like it's going to be the Jet, Reyna, Cypher, Sova, and Omen coming out from the blue side, or from the defensive side. On the other end, it is going to be the Reyna, Sova, Omen, Jet, and a Killjoy coming out from the other side of the team. Hold on, guys, as I am just adjusting a few things here left and right. Let's just make sure that all the sounds are good. We're not too loud on the games. We are just kind of throwing this all together real quick. But all right, we are in and we are ready to go. So let's take a look at this one as round number 1. As we kick off this event, this tournament, this is going to be pretty much the event that we're going to be taking a look at for the next few the next coming weeks. Actually, this is the first of 4 event days that we're going to be taking a look at to potentially look at some of the best here in Australia. But right out the gate, let's take a look at it as Team Trinity making their first push and entry. So not a lot going on right now. They are just slowly creeping up that A main. Sounds have been made. They are being a little bit loud. We are going to see what's going to happen out as Love T Sauce has spotted it, going a few shots out, almost gets the shot down, but does get picked off. So that means now entry is going in. Execution is there, but they don't see the Omen on the flank. He told me doing a good job looking for this blind, but with the door coming down, not going to be able to get much more from it. That's now up in the top side. Shots coming out from heaven. Hefty goes down, though, and that means the rest of the squad looking for more. Duda also going to get taken down. He told me he wants to get the trade, but runs out of bullets. Oh, no, and just like that, it is going to be the side of Team WIP. Work in progress, as some might say, as they come out of that one. A little bit of a chaotic first round, so we are still trying to see, you know, what is going to be the skill levels of these teams. How are these guys going to stack up? And oh no, just like that, you see it. I don't know if this is blocked by the overlay, folks. It is in the chat, but a little bit of trash talk coming out, as it looks like some of them in the lobby were being showing immortals, and it looks like that is not going to be the trash talk coming out, as they're all going right on through. But now round number 2, so we do have some eco coming out, and just like that, Love T Sauce gets picked off, and this could be a problem now as shots go down, but they do get spotted out, so they know that the Cypher is onto site, but the rest of the squad not really willing to push out just yet. Still, execution is a little bit slow, as let's see on the flank here. Nobody else wants to go out just yet. They're about to find each other. Oh, knife out, but they missed the shots. What was that? Oh, you had that and you lost it from the jet there coming out in the beginning. So everyone else now, they've kind of tempered the aggression here a little bit, as we do see Hefty just on the side, peppering out some shots. Not really willing to do too much else just yet. Still holding that aggression out, as we do see the dart coming out. They will see the shots. He will get spotted, but shots come across from Irel and Hefty. They're just gonna swarm onto him. Attackers had no way of getting back onto that site. So Trinity loses out 2 rounds early into the half. Still not that bad though, as could be worse. We have seen crazier things kind of happen, as we are gonna take a look at what else is going to come out of these rounds. Now take a look at it here. Guns being bought. Attackers, because they saved, this is going to be the round where if you are Trinity, you would like to see them make use of it. A very important round for them to win here, because the Stingers, or the Spectres rather, all being saved on the other side. So we want to see what they end up doing with it here. So Vandals pretty much coming across the board. Some smokes go out. Pyro wants to be sneaky with this, but nobody else kind of coming out just yet. Waiting for the push out. Not quite able to see what's going to happen next. As so far, they are going to look for the shots. Not able to do it just yet. It does get tagged, so they do know that there's a couple out there, but nobody else checking the drones just yet. And oh no, he might find them right on the other side. Pushes through the smoke, finds one, dashes back, sees the second, sees the third. They are all out in the open. Gonna hop up, looking for the ace. That's 3. Gets the 4th, and there it is, the flawless coming out. Huge round to lose from the side of Trinity, and they just mess it up so hard right there. Nobody checks the corner, nobody checks the flank, and that means the other side, work in progress, just gets to pick up all those guns. They don't lose a single member. They're gonna buy 1 Phantom, but oh no, that is not what you want to see on this one. It is a rough start here for the attacking side. Look at this eco buy now. A Stinger, a Sheriff, and just a bunch of other things that they now have to push out. And we'll have to see what they can do with it. Looking for the opening headshot. Would need to land it. Not able to do it. Love its sauce. Gonna be able to just get the pick and pull back as Reyna's do. A little bit of a rough one there. But that does mean that opening pick will kind of make them play a little more hesitantly, as they walk right out into the blind. Nobody else able to do it. Just assault rifles. The shots coming through, they are just picking them off one by one. Love Sauce wants to get the last one, sees it, and picks up his 4th kill of the game as well. A rough round. I mean, we knew it was an eco round coming out for the side of Trinity, but work in progress going to do their best with that one as they push out and just kind of take control of the map. With that said, this is now a bye round for Trinity, so you know, we will be able to see what they are going to be able to put together coming out of this one. As we look at it here, the Jet on the other side, Azzy and the rest of the crew wants to push in. And we'll have to see how quickly they're going to be able to deal with Cypher traps and all of that. As the shots come through, the Odin spray goes out. Not quite able to land anything though, but while that goes down, a pick out into the rest of the connectors. Nobody else really able to make this swing, and now I'll have to take a look back towards the mid. As the smoke drops, there's a couple trades go down, and that is going to be Dawn, who manages to find one, but sees the knife come out. Oh no, IRL. Just with the knives, just swings them out and takes them all down. 5-0 on the board. And ladies and gents, this might be a quick one, as we are struggling from the side of Trinity to even look for where they're going to be able to make some plays. Where can they even find an entry? It was an almost good attempt at the B take, but they were not able to kind of execute onto it. So causes us a little bit of concern. We'll have to see what else happens next. So now the blind comes out. There's looking like a fast and aggressive push from Love Sauce. Finds one and immediately tries to back off. Gets caught in the reload though from the side of Kobilot. So that means that now with the trades, there is more action at the mid. As just these picks, it feels like, coming out from the side of Team Work in Progress. They're finding them and they're able to push the defenders out. They're slowly trying to force their way through the mid lane, or just the mid section of this map. They've got control now, and finally they might have an advantageous start. With that pick though from Pick Pytix, I'm gonna guess is how we say your name. It does give a little bit of concern, as now it evens the score back up, evens the numbers out. And with that now, smokes go across to help cover this entry, or this movement rather. They need to clear a site. So far, shots out. They know that the Omen's on site now. And will they react quickly enough? That's the question. Already, Pytix and the Omen there in Hitomi are going to be ready to move. Look out for the blind. It does catch. But what can they get? Looking for the swing. Not able to do it. Looking for the second. Not able to get the trade. Kobilot looks for it. Finds the Sova in heaven. And that means the 4K puts the side of Trinity on the board. They've got one to work with, and now they can start looking for more. But with that, let's take a look at this, because ladies and gents, take a look at this side. It's the double. No, make that the triple. Okay, almost the triple. Okay, wait, we gotta see. They're playing with our emotions right now with some of these big guns and these big purchases that they're putting out. But it is going to be 2 operators coming out from the defense. Want to see what Love Sauce will end up pulling out. Looking for it. Not able to really kind of hold these angles. They are pretty aggressively forward. But with that, the slow play coming out here from the side of Trinity. They want to wait for somebody to push out and to make that first critical error. Finds the shot. Not able to get the kill though, but does spot out that there was somebody there. Looking to clear out onto the recon dart. Will tag out. But interestingly enough, nobody from the side of Trinity pushes out just yet. Playing it a little bit slower, waiting to see what they can find, but don't know if they're about to realize that they're going to walk into an operator here. Tension on the board right now. There's so many angles being held. They're playing this so carefully. Killjoy will come out. It's going to try and force the Reyna back. It does force her into heaven, and that means now that they know that there's players on the back. They are going to push back out, but Love Sauce from underneath hell manages to hold his ground, holds the angle, and sees another one. They are trying to get through, but they just can't kill the Reyna. Another one goes out. Blind is there, and Pytix comes out to support him. They almost got onto the site. They almost got the help, but it was not enough for the side of Trinity, and now this puts them in a dangerous spot. That was a critical round that they needed to win. They could, had they gotten those kills, had they gotten onto site, there was so much money on the table. There were so many big guns for them to take away from WIP, but because they fall short, now it puts them in even rough position. Okay, yeah, I was expecting to see that gun get sold. The half buys come across, and we'll see now where they choose to make their next move. Overall, Trinity struggling on this offense right now. Not able to find anything. But look at this cheeky push, actually. Coming out from the side of IRL. Goes largely unnoticed. Oh, and this could be dangerous because if they push forward, they are about to get pinched. Looks for it. Finds the first shot, and now they know that they're flanked. The rest of the team looking to try and execute, but actually misses a few shots, down to 30 health, looking for the triple shot. But while this is all going down, there is chaos on top of the site. As he is here, no, I don't know if they know. The double ops are staring at him, but I don't know if anybody's spotted it. Now he gets picked off, but nobody else is there. And with the defense making their next push as well, they are unable to take down a second member. Only the Jet, who was on the flank, ends up going down at the end of it all. So really rough stuff here from the side of Trinity. Work in progress though, doing a good job at just executing onto their flanks and onto their retakes, winning out onto the duels. They are doing a great job, I'd say, at holding positions, giving up sites, and playing for potential retakes. And it is starting to show. It is starting to wear onto the economy of Trinity, as we'll have to see what they want to do next. Now, taking a look at it, still, this mid control hasn't really been too contested. Irel's been allowed to make this play time and time again. Nobody else really looking for it. Sees one, will find it, tries to dash out, and gets away from the trade. But now he's stuck in the back, but somehow puts together another headshot. Disaster for the side of Work in Progress. We're down to just the single Reyna in the back. He's got gold. Does not realize, though, that everyone else is mid. Expects somebody to be flanking. Gonna try to spin around. Sees the entire team. Takes one with him. But that means 8 rounds now on the board for Work in Progress. Rough go of it here as we're taking a look at the rest of them. I mean, overall, I think Love Sauce has been allowed to sit on this operator for at least the last 3 rounds, where he just has not been contested with it. He's just been sitting on money. I would expect to see when we come out of this one, the guy's economy score is going to be absolutely massive. And
No prisoners.
I mean, if we want to break this down, right, I think a lot of this sits on just the inability for Trinity to execute their sites. They're not winning their duels. They're not getting trades. And time again, we see a pick come out from the side of Work in Progress, and then no counterplay across, as now Love Sauce once again is able to just get out, finds the turn, but finally gets taken down. Now the rest of the team is trying to force themselves onto this site, trying to get down. They're still looking for more action. The door is getting shut, and that means everyone else is trying to play for their angles. Chaos onto the site. Knives go out, and instead it will get traded across. Hitomi throws the blind out as they're trying to get on, but it's just one Reyna on site. They got the bomb down, but at what cost, as it pretty much cleans house at the end of it. But still, if you are Trinity, you know, you might be willing to take that. You might be okay with this, in the sense that it was a plant, right? And this was an eco round. Keep that in mind for them. So they will be able to buy here. But considering that this is round 11, there is going to be dire straits coming out of this one. When you think about it now, they are really 4 rounds back from losing this. 2 more rounds in the half. They have to buy here and hope that they can at least get it with multiple members alive, right? You wanna be able to take this round with 3, 4, you know, people up, because otherwise their economy is not going to be able to sustain any more buys, and we'll have to see what they're going to be able to do from here. But looking at that, Silver Dart will spot out some people. Smokes, though, means mid control is granted, and again, Irel able to swing out like this. He's been able to do it so many times and unpunished for it so far. We'll see what happens next as this smoke is about to clear. Want to see what everyone else does. They're watching for it. They're waiting for it, expecting somebody's got to be here. Shots go out. Irel knows that people are there, but oh no. Love Sauce gets the peek, gets the swing. Now we'll have to see the rest of the team, though. They want to make a push towards B, and that's actually going to spot some people out. And the Odin struggle may begin. They finally get a pick, and that is a trade. But that means that on the flank, Irel gets to make his movement, gets the swing, looking for the shots. Will find another as the blind goes down. They've got only 1 member back in this B garage, and that means it's a complete wipe again. Only the Sova goes down, and WIP does it again. That trash talk that came out in the beginning of the game might have been detrimental for the side of Trinity, as it looks like WIP, they just started taking this all too seriously, swinging around and making sure that they punish and they show who is the dominant team here in this one. Rest of the squad, meanwhile, down to the wire, as really no reason to be holding on to any more cash. As we do see it here. Oh no, the shots, the Cypher is there. Sova is just picking them up as well. Pydex finds it, understanding that they're probably looking for an A push, as this is just disaster, chaos coming across. Iroh once again just chasing them all down. There's only a Killjoy, finds a headshot, but gets picked off through it all. 11-1 the score at the half, and this could be a quick stream here for you, for everyone, ladies and gents, as we switch to the other side. Right now, looking pretty dire if you're on the side of Team Trinity, but on the other side, work in progress. Just being able to do everything that they want. Not able to send them. I don't know if they're able to see my message. I'm trying to tell them that it is indeed a BO3. But let's take a look, as now on the other side, here comes the fast and heavy offense from the side of WIP, just going right in, clearing their corners, clears the site, finds the headshot, and that means this site is theirs. It's going to be up to the other side to play for the retake. But just look at this. Oh, runs into one, finds another. Instead, just immediately starts swinging out. Will get taken down, but on the other side, it's just Dawn left amongst four. A lot of movement, a lot of sounds being done. Finds the Omen. Sees again that there's also one on the back side, trying to recall her bots, her utility. Gets the dink. Oh, they're going to go for the knife. Oh, no. Oh, no. Not like this. Finds three. Looking for the fourth. Okay, finally, they're going to start using their guns, maybe? No. Okay. I don't know. This is just BM coming out from the side of WIP. Finds the headshot. Could get the ace. Chance to get onto the defuse. There we go. Pydex says, no, we're not letting you get it. It's, well, that's a thing, ladies and gents. That happened. Don't really know what to tell you about that one. As, we might be pretty, in for some style points here, I think is what WIP might be looking at from here on out. As Bucky Gang is now going to be the call, as everyone with the shotguns, they're going to look to brute force this one. They spot it out. There is a Spectre though. Dawn finds three, but will get traded by Pydex. Now, this could be an advantageous round, but instead, there's the Sheriff actually. And it's just the Omen with the Bucky, trying to do what he can. The man with a dream looks for the TP into the boathouse, but gets blinded out, and there we go. Qoin will close it. But, interesting round, I think is what we can call that one too. Because, yeah, even the guys in the lobby are calling it out that that was quite the fun round that they were having with it. As we take a look at the rest of what's gonna go on here, I'd imagine they're gonna just sit on pistols this round, look for another hard execute, look for the challenge, the style points, and if they're able to close it out on a pistol round, that's gonna say something towards the skill level of the team, maybe, as they all get blinded out. They know that they're here on A, so the call is going out for everyone else to rotate. Blind, the Lear is there. They're gonna blind them all out, looking for the Killjoy out, but actually they're able to do it, but the headshots just start getting traded out back and forth. Qoin is a part of so many kills. There is the defense, and that means now they hold their sight for now. But, oh no, Pydex gets a headshot with that. The Sheriff doing wonders, and actually, on the other side, Irel looking for the flank angle. Will get spotted out. They're not able to see if anybody's on site. They didn't notice the Reyna. So, could be trouble if they want to force their way onto this site. See what the... Oh, they revealed both, so they know they're on site now. Okay, so they know that both are there. But look at this. Iroh, they might just wait for the flank angle to come out. Oh, he misses the shots, though. Not good. Pyrex now finds himself in a 2-on-1. In a bit of a rough spot. Shots through the door, and Duda will be the one to clean it up at the end of it all. So overall, it does give them a couple rounds back, but if we were to look at it, this would be the round now that I'd expect to see the side of WIP close it out. They have the money, they have their guns, and all joking aside, I think they're ready to close. As guns being bought, they're actually still holding on to some cash. There we go. Finally, everything's bought. And Iroh keeping our eyes on this jet. He almost had it. I mean, had that flank gotten off last round, that would have been a disastrous play coming out from the other side. But now, Recon Dart actually misses it. So they don't see, they don't check as now the knives come out from the skies. Iroh gets another kill as it was a trade for the Reyna. But this opens up the mid here as we're seeing it now. They've got positioning. They're able to push in and try to just force their way onto site. Looking to kind of cage out the left side and use the drone to get information. They will spot out that Killjoy is there, but now what will they do? Recon Bolt gets spotted. And that means actually that they lose the spike. There's a lot of trades going across and they're not able to get the kills. Pyrex alone will get flanked, and that means he will get dropped. And WIP with the BM actually might cost them a few more rounds. They're letting this game drag out, I think, longer than they would have liked, as they would have wanted to close out the round last time. Now 12-4 on the board. Still a long way to go if you are Trinity. They would need to win all 8 more in a row, so 11 in a row, and only to take us into overtime. So match point perpetually in favor of WIP. Let's see what else happens out as now. They're playing this one a little bit slow. They maybe wanted to say they were going to take the A push and instead choose to move up towards this B site. And honestly, it's interesting to see that the decision making, at least on the D offense now, coming out from WIP is, oh no, looking for the headshot, not able to get it. So that initial push forward, the member probe coming out from the side of WIP means that because they're not able to get any access into A, they're going to hold their angles and wait, hopefully wait, for somebody to push out from the side of Trinity. As it stands though, the rest of the squad, they'll just kind of waiting it out. There's the turret. Will get spotted out by the Recon Dart, so knows that they're not able to take this push. And actually, this is shutting them down from so many angles here on the side of WIP. They lose another one to just the range advantage of the weapons. Drops the Omen to 50 health, sure, but when you're considering that they're still on an eco buy, this is still not a gun round from the side of WIP. So overall, this round still isn't meant to be a win here. They're just looking to maybe get some trades, get some kills. Spots one, but Kobilo will be able to get the trade. They're going to throw the cage out and hope that one pushes in. Nobody does. They could use this to their advantage right now. Is actually waits around the side, does not get the swing. Looking for the second, not able to get the headshot. Kobilo will be the one to get the kills. So only taking one defender out will not be too bad on the economy side for Trinity here, as that means they are able to hold on to weapons. Now, granted, economy doesn't mean too much when you're in a state like this, right? With match point on the board, you cannot lose a single round, and so therefore every round you're expecting to see full buy, armor, guns, abilities, everything. There is no reason to hold on to any part if you are on the side of Trinity. But now what WIP wants to do to close this one is the slow information gather, right? The attempt to take space, and honestly, so far so good, because if we're taking a look at it, they've been allowed to take this mid priority here. Empress gets popped, and we'll see what they do with it as the Lear goes out. They're gonna find the Omen, and immediately that's the pick. Looking for more, gets traded out inside behind the generator, but now there goes another immediate Empress to Empress. They know that she's under heaven, will get the kill, and that means now it's a 3-on-3. The plant goes down. They're looking for more as the Killjoy is up and above heaven, looking for the Reyna, but won't able to get the kill, and that means now the trade goes across. Sova up on top, Means that he's looking for more. Cypher knows exactly where he is. And he told me. Now the only man left needs to get across. Not able to do it just yet. Is actually on the other side. It's Azzy who needs to find a way onto this bomb site. The cam is there and he will get spotted. So he'll just reload, maybe get the dart out of him. But with the bomb ticking away, this would be game. He has to make a play. Cannot afford to play it slow. Knows it. Gets tagged from underneath. And that is going to be map number 1 in this best of 3. Going over to Team WIP. GG to them as they pull it back. So, with that, ladies and gents, that will be our first map. I am going to just double check with the teams that they understand that this was a case, guys. Yeah, with that said, we will be right back in just a quick little second as we get set up for the next round. Don't go anywhere, as this is the Qoin rather. Qoin Rising Stars Valorant Qualifier number 1. We'll be right back. Alright, well, we're back. They really didn't take much time. They were talking about maps, and then all of a sudden they just sent us in. So with that, we're just gonna get right on in. We're just gonna keep this thing rolling, and we're just gonna move along. Map number 2, we are on to Bind. See what else happens out, as it looks like it is going to be relatively similar composition as last time, coming out from the side of Trinity. But overall, I mean, let's talk about how this last match played out, because really, to me, it felt like just confidence coming out from the side of WIP meant that Trinity had no way of really. I mean, there was a lot of angles that WIP was pushing that Trinity. I don't think you don't expect that from an opponent, right? You don't expect that they're going to look for such aggressive pushes and such aggressive angles, and it really can be kind of a rough way to start out your tournament, as this is only one of 4, for those of you that are just joining the stream, one of 4 matches that we will or one of 4 events, I should say, that we will be watching here for the entirety of this tournament, or of this event, from the side of Qoin. But with that said, paper bag, a little bit of a troll, does not pick an agent. And I think we're going right back to the lobby. Yes. Okay. Hold on. We're back. And we are not ready to start, I think was the call. As we're trying to figure out what's going on. I will let you guys know as soon as possible. And I think we will take that break that we were intending before they just randomly started the match on us. So don't go anywhere, folks. We will be right back. Alright, so we are back. Okay, so we got it sorted. So the reason for that pause, I'm sure if you guys are watching on the screen, was that somebody needed to leave. So we swapped out a player, and now we're going to get right on into this one, map number 2, as it is going to be bind once again. But interesting enough, the main carry that we saw from game 1 in Azzy will be traded out for a new guy in Chowi. So curious to see how that one's gonna play out for them, what this ends up becoming. But overall, not bad. We'll see what you know the average skill level ends up being and how this ends up kind of playing out for the rest of the evening. So far though, if it's anything like game 1 though, I'd imagine we're gonna see WIP go look to gain that early lead and then see what else they can kind of get away with as time goes on. As there we are. Just like that, here we go. Map number 2. See what happens. So take a look at it. We are going to be playing on to bind the teleporter map for those of you who may not know. Take a look at it here. A lot of weird and tighter angles, but the ability to rotate from the defensive end is the advantage that normally sits with this, and why a lot of people like to say this is a defensive sided map. Now, looking at some of the agents selected though, this does mean that for the side of WIP, you know, we are seeing very similar comps, right, from both of these guys. It's double duelist, a Sova for information gathering, and a Sentinel in the Killjoy and the Ciphers. So I think overall relatively standard comps from both sides. But we'll see how they end up executing and how it ends up paying out for them. As right out the gate, Love Sauce looks for the information, but gets dinked right out the gate. So with this, they're not able to really know how many people are in here pushed up into hookah. They do spot out that there is a cage, so they're just making a lot of noise here. But take a look at the Jet. Love Sauce underneath and looking for more. Will get traded out, so that means there is a bunch of chaos going out. Looking for the blind. It's still a 2-for-1 trade right now. Offense loses a few members on the push in. Lear goes out. Now they're going to look for the blind and the swing. There's one. There's two. Gets the gush. Looking for the end. And Hefty closes it out. WIP on the board. And thanks to the Cypher there, they're able to hold the site. Now, that's what I'm talking about in terms of the quickness and the speed that defenders are able to rotate out. And credit to the side of WIP there, because they were able to stall out the push. They used utility and they used their Cypher more critically with those cages to make sure that the side of Trinity were not able to push in. They were not able to get in. They're rather, actually, they switched sides on me. Sneaky guys. As we'll fix that right away for you guys on the screen. There we go. WIP. So Trinity actually comes out with that first round, as now we're seeing it. What can they do? The push is out, but again, aggressive pushes seem to be the call from both teams on offense. Now nobody's even looking. They're gonna find one, looking for the second, not able to get it. Swings back around, gets that one as well, and now not able to do it as Kobe will find the gun, gets the Spectre. But while that's all going down, rest of the team swinging around. Pydex with the Marshall looking to do some damage. That means they do get traded out. There's actually an Odin. Irel bought an Odin, and he's just going to spray this down, making sure you do not get to leave the bathroom. They know where he is now, and it's going to be a time for a hunting. As swings across, finds one though. Shawi will manage to hold his ground. But now that means everyone else is swinging out. That Odin is on the table and could be grabbed. He had to have heard that. He had to have heard that there's somebody behind him. Turn around. Oh, he doesn't have ammo in it. Oh, the second they hear this reload, they're going to push. There's the blind. He can't see a thing, and that means he gets traded down by Hefty. And that is exactly what ends up going. They end up keeping the Odin critically. So, Irel gets to hold on to it once again. And Trinity Off to a great start this time out. They've got some guns. They've got some abilities. So, not too bad of a start for them. Want to see what else they can come up with. As now, officially, gun rounds are going to start being in the tank. WIP has the rifles. See what they can do as Hefty. Not able to get any information, any real information off of that. Instead, everyone else is forced to back away. This side. Light push down to A short, and that means they will find it. Chowie gets the opening frag. And could mean that A site open for business. Only one defender in, he told me. Trying to get the smokes out. Sees one. Not able to get the dink on the burst from the stinger. So that means they are forced back. He has to take a less aggressive angle. And actually could get pushed here. But the rest of the team, they don't actually take advantage of this. They don't push out onto site. And that means now they're looking for damage or they're looking for trades onto the bomb site. But it's just absolute chaos right now. Duda gonna look for his first pick. They're trying to swing. Love Sauce gets the trade. And now actually with this judge, he's gonna pull out the knives. What can he do? So many members are low there in the other jet. They need to find something. Well, it does not spot that they actually swung around. So, plays this one pretty close. Bomb picked up. All he has to do is actually play time here. Not a big thing, but missing the knives. Okay, gets the reset. That's critical. It goes down to a one-on-one. Up into the sky. Not able to get the headshot. Which means he's forced to just play and scatter. Looks for another up in the air. Not able to do it. Has to drop back down. And again, delays the plant. Now this is a game time. As he has to stall out, looking for it. Holds his angles. He just has to not die here now. Gonna play ring around the Rosie, but ends up getting the headshot. 4 kills in the round. Love Sauce puts them down. Great job coming out from the Jet. That means they will actually maintain their lead. That was a huge save there. Because that was a must-win round for the other side of WIP. Now, as we look at it here. The economy on the board. Really a forced round here. So this one, it effectively does 2 things, right? With the Jet winning that, Love Sauce managing to pull out the clutch. Means that now, not only did they win that round, but they will probably take this one as well. Barring some crazy picks with the Sheriffs and the pistols. But we'll have to see. Still, anything can be done. Anything is possible. As Pydex might just drone out. Try to get some information here. And I think that's been really one of the keys to this game so far. It's just the information gathering. Where nobody's really being... A lot of these guys are just kind of spraying around. Not able to spot out who's where. But as we see it, their Love Sauce effectively shutting down the flank angle, right? Shutting down the bathroom push. By being in that spot. And the Pydex with the Odin means that he's going to try to hold them at bay. Finds 2. But because they're not able to figure out where exactly the kills were, oh wow, they are going to be able to recover the gun from the Jet on that flank. So on the other side, has to try and get out of dodge. Lear goes out, will spot the turret, but nothing else really. Means that they will not be able to push out just yet. Still curious to see where they're going, what they're going to do. If they're going to choose to save this Vandal from the side of WIP, or if they're going to look to play aggressively and still try to take a site with it. As of right now, Trinity has decided they are not willing to push up and take any more action, but instead spots one. There's the judge, missing some shots critically, but it doesn't matter. Iroh passes judgment on the other side, and that means 4-0 start. Pretty good for the side of Trinity there, and I don't know, now the question becomes, was WIP, was it a fluke? You know, is this a more competitive series than we would come to expect if you were watching game number 1? Question marks on the board, and a lot of it I think really sits to these trades, these opening frags, and just the chaos. It's allowing Trinity to thrive when there is absolute chaos on the map. And now on the other side, looks like the push is going to be A. Information gathered from both sides. They know that there is no push down long B. We'll see what they do next. There goes the recon darts. Just overall, everyone pushing for information. Still very quiet. There's Duda. We'll find the first kill, but there's the trade from Pydex. Now swinging back around, we'll get another before he himself gets dropped. But that means that site is open. And it's up to WIP to clear this and understand that the site is clear. They're playing this a little bit too slowly and allowing time for the defenders to rotate over. As now this could be trouble as IRL. All he has to do is swing at the right time. They know the plant is coming down. They've got this op on the side, but will he check close? That's the question. Oh, he does. And he misses the shot! Oh, no. This could be dangerous, but he somehow trades it with the pistol. The ghost is there looking for the trade. Love Sauce still doing, but with that bomb planted, knives go out looking for it. Misses the shotgun. And now hops back around, but it's just a juke. They're really playing with each other's emotions right now. As he's trying to get the defuse in the smoke. Will he do it? The spray is there. He doesn't actually finish it. Oh my god. Chovy swings into the smoke at the last second and takes them down. That now puts them on the board for WIP. That was a big round for them. But that was a costly round for them. As they end up losing everyone, almost everyone through it all. The economy is relatively okay though. They've got some members that will still be able to buy next round. But on the other side now, this actually puts a little bit of a strain on the defensive side for Trinity, because of the fact that they bought that op, they bought some of those bigger purchases and end up losing it. Ends up being a really troublesome spot, as we are going to see Love Sauce with the knives out, wants to push over, but I'm actually liking the way that WIP is kind of slowly trying to take sites. Not able to do it just yet. There's the one ways. Instead, here comes the Hunter's Fury. They're going to trade it back and forth. We just see the duel of fates, rather, as both shots go down. But Pydex finds his kill first. And that means they are forced to pull back. A pretty big ultimate, but now... Oh, I'm liking this. This is sometimes, right? What ends up happening with this map is if you rotate too quickly, if you rotate too soon, you end up leaving a site wide open. But the ballsy TP play from Love Sauce ends up meaning that he holds the site down, looks for the shotgun, gets one. Now what else can he get is the question. The rest of the team pushing back and forth. They're going to try to get around, sees him in the air, knows that there's a turret in the trade. And now it's just chaos as he grabs a gun. Would only need to spray through looking for the member, but that's IRL swinging back around, gets the final trade. And they get to upgrade their guns. So, Trinity, 5 rounds up. And a lot of this thanks to Love Sauce's plays and just his decision making this game so far. You know, had he not taken that teleporter there, I mean, that was a big risk for him because there were so many members. He knew he was walking into the line of fire and just able to hold the line and prevent them from taking control of that site. Had WIP been allowed to get there, get on, and establish themselves, set up, that becomes a very different round as we see it. Now, once again, going to try and force the A push as we see. But with this one-way smoke, Pydex. Oh, they messed it up this time, but spots one. Knows that it's an eco round, so I wouldn't expect to see too much craziness here unless they can get in close. That's the goal if you're on WIP. You want to try and get up close and kind of take away the advantage that their rifles gives with the range. But so far, not able to do it. And they're expecting that it's a rotate over to A. That's why they send Love Sauce through the TP again, but not able to do it as now they're trying to get up. Sees that there's an op, misses the close angles. Pydex now allowed to just kind of spray through the smoke. And Hefty is just going to sit up in heaven. Now, again, we talked about this last time. They're allowing the rotate and potentially the over-rotate as 2 members from B site immediately swing back. And they swing right back around. They're just running laps in the back line here as they go from one site to the other and back again. And I mean, honestly, if I was WIP, maybe play the reach around, give them the one and swing right back around. It's a fake though, and that fake might just be enough. Oh, there's the op, and that means Hefty gets to sit here in the back line, finds 2. They know that there's got to only be 1 left, and he's gonna try it. Chovy not able to do it. Flawless coming out from Trinity, and we are seeing, interestingly enough, a reverse of last game, where instead of WIP coming out to a huge early lead, now it is Trinity who ends up coming up with the lead for themselves, and it puts a little bit of pressure now. 6-1. Gun rounds out though, so still remember, keep in mind, last round was an eco buy, so not too crazy of an idea, but we want to see how they're gonna play it here. Is a B push this time. They're changing up the tactic, but immediately Love Sauce finds one. The Lear goes out. They don't end up doing anything with it, but Love Sauce has found the spike and is looking for duels. Ends up getting spotted, but has to dash out. Not able to do it. Goes again for the repeat. Gets his eyes on that spike, and that's a critical part of it. They finally will recover it, with the rest of the squad trying to get across. Turn their attention towards that teleporter. Sees the Cypher up, but instead he keeps missing shots. So that operator goes down. There's another one there, and the trade goes out. Love Sauce finds his one, but it's a 3-on-2 now as we approach the next part of this match. The round goes out, gets spotted again, shots through the wall, walks right back into the recon dart, and the wrong turn, the timing on that from Chowie means that unfortunately it goes once again back over the Trinity, and 7-1 looking kind of dire if you're on the side of WIP. They managed to keep the op, which is another big point of what ends up going down here. It's on the other side. WIP struggling to take advantage of the site, struggling, I think, to effectively use their utility to force out onto the defenders, and I want to see what they end up doing next. As here we go, once again a change in tactic. They're going to move towards A, but this time push the bathroom angle. We saw this from them earlier in the half, but it feels like they've been spotted. The defenders know which side that they're going to be playing from, and they're going to take advantage of it. As right now, right back out onto the site. No real clue of what they want to do. Smokes go out, and they're able to kind of push them around. They're looking for the wire, not able to get it. And that means the rest of them are able to swing. As here comes the knives on the flank. Sees one. Oh no. Love Sauce looks for another and gets traded. No, actually finally will go down. Chowie finds that one, as they know where they are playing from. So far so good. As now they're getting sprayed from the box. Knows that he was over there. Only had one place to go. That means the offense trying their best to swing around. Swings out, and Kobilot will go down. A little bit of a rough one there.
Gun here.
Actually.
Gun here.
Let's see. A little bit of a rough one there. They lose a few members overall. So, I mean, they make it a little bit more expensive, but considering the game state now, at 8-1 on the scoreboard, WIP has to put together some momentum here. The fast push, I'm waiting to see a little bit more of an aggressive play on their thrifty rounds, or on their eco rounds, because they keep stalling it out. They keep trying to force plays. They're just unable to do it so far. Right now, throws out a little bit of utility, and it looks like the call is going to be A. So I want to see them flood this site. I want to see them push out. They're just not quite doing it. Instead, Omen around the backside. They're going to activate some Cypher traps because they expect that it's going to be A. So now the rest of the team pulls back around, but the Jet is there and is able to find the gun. Looking like he wants to give it out to a teammate, as he knows that he still has the knives in hand. And the rest of the squad trying to gain priority onto the site. Looks for the old op shot, not able to do it. They know exactly where the other Jet is though, so they grab themselves an operator. Throw down the Killjoy ultimate, and now they're stuck though. 2 members in, they're just waiting for other pushes. They are stuck back here onto the site. Duda will find one, and now they've got to look towards the bathroom. There's 2-on-2. They're going to try to grab the spike. Question is, will they TP? Yes, they will. And now this forces the play coming out from the defense. He's going to Omen out right to the elbow. And you've got to imagine that this is an expected call. They've got to be watching for it. They missed the shot, and that means Omen is able to get it out because Duda does not support his planting teammate Hitomi, able to make that play happen because Pydex misses the shot. That is trouble if you are WIP, because you need, that is a critical shot to land. Otherwise, Chowie, he gets just hung out to dry there. That was almost a really big round for WIP if you think about it, because that was an eco round. That was a round where they did not have weapons going into it. They forced onto site with ultimates. They were getting guns left and right. They got an op, they got a vandal, and it ends up being for nothing because they fall short at the last execution of the play. Really rough start of it all. But still, game's not over yet. The last one started off like this and ended up being pretty competitive towards the back end stretch of it. There's now offense looking like they want to push up, and they're going to push up slow. Looking for it. Information goes out. They know the drone is there. And now here we go. Pushes coming out. They're actually going to spray, but they get traded out in the blind. Could be a rough spot of it, but Hitomi with another blind trade on his side. They're looking to just keep using utility as the Omen's going to go up into heaven to maybe distract as Kobilo actually gets that trade onto the back part of it as well. Duda trapped up in the A short. Last man standing. He's going to get flanked and he's going to get taken down. They almost had it. They were starting to find some picks, but they were not able to push out into the, really take the site, right? Into the main area. They weren't able to get across. And it gives the advantage to the side of Trinity. 10-1 on the board. Ladies and gents, we might be seeing a game number 3 if things hold in this way, as the rest of the squad is just doing what they can, right? Is what you would imagine. They're finding some kills, but they're just falling short. I mean, looking at the board here, Chowie is the man who is trying to put the team on his back, but just not able to do it. Looking at the kills, right? Almost everyone is short. They are low. They are not performing as well as they were round 1. Here we go. They spot the Sova, looking for more info, so they know that there's at least 2. They're immediately going to call the jet over and try to rotate this back around from the other side. As Kobilo thinks about making the push, thinks about making the play. But they might end up just keeping 2 members here. They get smoked off, and now this might be the call. They're not forcing it just yet, but here comes the Hunter's Fury from the Sova. Forces a dash out. Tries to predict it, but nobody's home on that one. While all this is going down, I want to see if Chowie's able to find this entry. With all the other members, oh no, the spray comes out, and that could be disastrous. As now the push, the bathroom flank, the damage is done. They're going to try to swing in, and instead Love Sauce, what was that? With the operator, swings them quick and swings them clean, as we might have more fights going on. Chowie trying to be the hero here. Line goes out, the TP is there, but walks right into the waiting arms of Chowie. Dashes across, looks for the shot, finds another one, and actually this is a 2v1. If he can get this headshot, no he doesn't. And that means Iroh closes it down 11-1. We saw this last time. This was the exact scoreline, but in reverse from game number 1, 11-1 going into the half. And I don't know what to tell you guys. They are looking to make them earn their money, earn their spot, earn their win in this tournament here. As it stands, pushes come out, and now we're going to see what happens in this second half. Will we go to a map 3, or will the side of WIP prove that they're a defensive sided team? Jury still to be determined with that one, as we'll see what they end up doing. Hitomi and the rest of the squad looking like they want to play hard and fast up onto B site. And Love Sauce, this is the guy that's been doing it so far. Wants to swing out, knows that there's a jet, but finds one. And now they're already going for the plant. On the other side, Kobilo wants to get a trade, finds one, will be good. But now what else can he get? As now in the back line, Love Sauce goes up, finds another. Oh no, it's a 2-on-4 already, as Love Sauce will get dropped as he has no more health left and remaining. But with this 3-on-2 offense still looking pretty good. He told me he wants to get the swing, not even get a headshot though. Means that this goes down to 2-on-2. Camera is spotted, they will get the dart. They know exactly where they're sitting. Question is, what will they do? Sees the Cypher, but not able to get the shot. And that means Kobilot goes down, and it is 12-1. Ladies and gents, we could be looking at a 3-game series here as we move into potentially the last round of this map. Honestly, I mean, if you came here for some Valorant action, well, folks, we definitely got some of that here today. As this is once again the opening day of this Qoin Rising Stars qualifier. See what happens as Paper Bag swings out, gets spotted, knows that there are some attackers coming this way, immediately pulls back, throws some smokes out, but gets traded out in the back scheme as well. Hefty comes up with the Bulldog, will find another, and the site has been cleared. Now it's up to the other squad to clear the site themselves. Chowie has to get something done with this Sheriff. Swings around but gets traded, and that is the game. Folks, we are going 2-3. And with that, what a crazy start to this one we've got. I'm actually going to do something real quick where I'm going to reset the stream here, guys. But with that said, we will be right back. Don't go anywhere.